Before you react, listen carefully. What if I told you that the biggest mistake most people make isn't failing? It's reacting to everything that happens around them? Every insult, every opinion, every rejection, every moment of disrespect slowly steals their peace of mind. They don't lose because they're weak. They lose because they give other people control over their emotions. But the strongest people in history lived differently. They understood that real power isn't shouting louder, proving everyone wrong, or winning every argument. Real power is staying calm when everyone expects you to explode. The Stoics believe that no one can truly hurt you without your permission. The moment you stop reacting to everything, you take back control of your life. Today, you're about to learn a timeless, Stoic lesson that can completely change the way you think, respond, and live. Stay until the end, because this lesson could change your life forever. Imagine two people facing the exact same insult. The first reacts immediately. He gets angry, argues, and spends the entire day thinking about what happened. The second says nothing. He takes a deep breath, walks away, and protects his peace. Who is truly stronger? According to Stoic philosophy, strength isn't measured by how hard you fight back. It's measured by how well you control yourself. Marcus Aurelius wrote that you always have power over your own mind, not over outside events. The moment you understand this, you become impossible to manipulate. People may try to provoke you. They may criticize you, doubt you, or disrespect you. But they cannot control your mind unless you allow them to. That is where real freedom begins. Most people spend their entire lives trying to control things they were never meant to control. They want everyone to like them. They want life to be fair. They want every plan to work perfectly. But the more they chase control, the more frustrated they become. The Stoics taught a different path. Focus only on what belongs to you, your thoughts, your choices, your actions, and your character. Everything else is temporary. The opinions of others will change. Success will come and go. People will enter your life and leave without warning. But your character is something no one can take away. The day you stop chasing approval and start building yourself, your life begins to change. Because the strongest person isn't the one who controls the world. It's the one who has learned to control himself. One day, a young man asked an old Stoic philosopher, "How do I stop caring about what people think of me?" The old man smiled and replied, "The day you realize that people spend far less time thinking about you than you imagine, you will become free." Think about it. Most people are too busy worrying about their own problems, their own fears, and their own future. Yet we waste years trying to impress them. We change our personality to fit in. We stay silent when we should speak. We speak when we should stay silent. And all because we fear judgment. But the Stoics believe that your value is never decided by someone else's opinion. Your worth comes from your actions, your discipline, and your character. The moment you stop living for applause, you finally start living for yourself. There comes a moment in every person's life when they must make a choice. Will you keep reacting to every insult, every setback, and every disappointment? Or will you become the kind of person nothing can shake? Life will test you. People will betray you. Friends will leave. Plans will fail. Opportunities will disappear. None of that is under your control. But your response is. That is the greatest lesson of Stoicism. Every challenge is an opportunity to become stronger. Every failure is a lesson. Every painful moment is training for a stronger mind. The strongest people are not those who never suffer. They are the ones who refuse to let suffering define them. Master your mind, and no one will ever have power over your peace again. From that day forward, he stopped trying to prove himself to anyone. He no longer argued with people who misunderstood him. He no longer chased attention from those who never valued him. Instead, he invested every hour into becoming a better version of himself. While others wasted time complaining, he was reading. He was training. He was learning. He was growing in silence. Months passed. The same people who once laughed at him began asking, "What changed?" They thought he had discovered a secret. But there was no secret. He simply mastered one thing that most people never do. He mastered himself. Because when you control your mind, your emotions, and your actions, nothing outside of you can destroy your inner peace. The greatest battle you will ever fight is not against another person. It is against your own mind. Every single day, your mind whispers excuses. Start tomorrow. You're not good enough. What if you fail? Most people listen to those voices. The Stoics didn't. They understood that courage is not the absence of fear. It is the decision to move forward despite fear. Every time you choose discipline over comfort. Every time you stay calm instead of reacting. Every time you keep your word, even when no one is watching. You become stronger. Not physically, mentally. And a strong mind is something no one can ever take away. The person who conquers himself has already won the most important battle of all. Marcus Aurelius once reminded himself, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Those words have survived for nearly 2,000 years because they reveal a truth that never changes. Life will never be perfect. There will always be criticism. There will always be failure. There will always be people who misunderstand you. If your happiness depends on the world changing, you will never find peace. But if your peace comes from within, no one can steal it. This is why Stoics practiced self-control every single day. They trained their minds before life tested them. Because when the storm finally arrived, they didn't panic. They remained calm. And in a world full of chaos, a calm mind becomes your greatest advantage. Look around you. The people who complain the most rarely achieve the most. The people who seek constant attention rarely find lasting respect. But the ones who quietly improve themselves every single day, they become impossible to ignore. Success doesn't always come quickly. Sometimes it takes months. Sometimes it takes years. But every disciplined action, every silent sacrifice, and every difficult choice is building the person you're becoming. Never let temporary pain convince you to give up on a permanent goal. Stay patient. Stay disciplined. Stay silent when silence is stronger than words. Because one day, the life you've been working for will speak louder than anything you could ever say. Now remember this. The world doesn't reward the loudest person. It rewards the person who remains calm under pressure, disciplined in private, and fearless in the face of adversity. You don't need everyone's approval. You don't need to prove your worth. You only need to become a little stronger than you were yesterday. That is the Stoic way. Master your emotions. Control your thoughts. Protect your peace. And no matter what life throws at you, you will remain unbreakable. If this lesson helped you see life differently, subscribe to Stoic Empire and join thousands of people who are building an unshakable mind, one lesson at a time. Remember, the strongest person is not the one who defeats others. The strongest person is the one who has mastered himself.